Hi, I'm Keegan. This is a bunch of gamers. This is our first epilogue to episode 22, Broken Family. I am joined with Riley and her new character. Would you like to give us a brief introduction?
Sure. So my new character is from Northern Ireland, and she is part of a big family, lots of kinfolk, and her father is Garou and one of her mentors. Well, her mentor. Her name is Sorcha Flynn, also known as Onyx-Flame.
Okay. Now roll a single d10 to see how much rage she has.
4.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
The connecting flight is starting to get to you. You landed in Denver just a few minutes ago, and you're in the plane, cramped, coming down with your father next to you. I need you to roll rage. It will be difficulty 6.
Not to go haywire.
You need 4 successes to frenzy.
Oh, well, I didn't.
Okay. That's the dream.
Whoa.
So, you feel on edge at least, but nothing too terrible.
Yeah.
So, when you finally land, you get into the quaint airport. Your father, hidden dancer, nods to you, slinging his backpack over his shoulder and going, "Come on."
Sorcha, she gets up, she slings her messenger bag over her shoulder and follows suit, just trying to not open her mouth and say something insulting about the people around her.
Okay. You take a taxi and drive to downtown. So you get to a small little park, quaint. You see a woman in her mid-30s sitting there. She looks familiar as she has brown hair, blue eyes, as she looks up and smiles. You've seen her before. She's actually visited your Sept a few times when she was younger and you were but a cub.
Oh.
As she goes, "Sorcha, Ryan."
Eva!
As she comes in and
Give her a
and Ryan give a big hug, and then she comes in and hugs you as well.
big bear hug. It's so nice to see you again, cousin.
Same to you. Things have been a bit on edge lately. I might have asked that we delayed this meeting if the news came any later, but
I just kind of lean back, hand on my hip. What's going on?
things are in chaos. We have a pack that were traveling a bit of the United States. It seems one of their own, and things have become difficult. They've given us some news. It is said that the silence writers always deliver bad news, and in this case, it is very true.
Oh.
Tim, my brother, he'll give us a ride to the general location of the Sept. We'll have to walk the rest of the way.
No problem. I just kind of tap my combat boots, because that's the kind of person she is.
And at this point, Hidden Dancer goes, "Arcadian Watcher, what are the good folk doing? They've been quiet in the area, as they have been, but there are a few wandering about. I keep the peace with them. The rest of the Sept do not know."
Quirks and eyebrow. The good folk, huh?
Yes. There are a few of the Fae here in Colorado Springs.
Oh. Well, as long as they're not causing too much trouble.
Most of them are here downtown, using their powers of inspiration to feed.
Oh.
But
A lot of artist types.
there are, mostly in Manitou, where more of the creatures like to thrive. As you see her go, "Tim, could you drop us off at..." "Yeah, sure, no problem. Tim, nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you, Tim.
She goes, as Ava goes, "Kenny." As you get into the car and start driving off, she goes, "There's some sort of political upheaval as well.
Ones they're not.
More so than normal. Rajinder needs to leave so that he can truly claim his stance as top elder or grand elder of the Sept, but he's afraid that there might be a coup of some kind. He's been looking to open moon bridges and strengthen alliances. The Veil of Shadow appears as if it will fall soon.
Alright, so out of character. The Veil of Shadow, is that what keeps the cairn hidden?
Yeah, in the Umbra.
Oh, the Veil of Shadow. That's a pretty big deal. What's been going on?
Several things. You can hear a bit more about it in the Sept. I'd rather not talk about it here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what spirits might be listening.
True.
Fate Dancer's making a play as well. They're friends, but she has her ambitions as well, especially in reclaiming the Sept. Hidden Dancer goes, so, will it work? Doubtful. There's not enough of the pure tribes to really hold this place if things go as badly as we think they are.
Pure tribes?
The Uktena and the Wendigo.
Oh, has their presence been absent? Where are they gone? I thought this was one of the...
Well, the children took it over some time ago, but they reached out to the Uktena within recent memory and have attempted to reforge good relations between us and the Wendigo and Uktena. The Uktena have come back in fairly high numbers, the second largest tribe in the Sept. But they would like to reclaim this as this was one of their sacred septs long ago. But that could cause strain if more Wendigo show up with the Sept of Tower Falls.
Out of character. Are the Wendigo the more secluded?
Yeah, they're more secluded, more militant.
Okay.
And they have bad relations with the Get of Fenris.
I'm sure the local Get are excited to hear that news.
They have their own troubles. Both of them now.
Oh, really?
Yes. I wonder if that'll change Bloodwind's opinions, actually. Of Two Hearts, but one can never be sure.
Two Hearts? What, someone couldn't make up their mind?
Well, maybe.
Running around tribeless?
She's not a Ronin by any means. She's a Get through and through. But she has Children of Gaia streaks about her, bless her.
Oh, goodness. The poor little peacekeeper.
With how that how that pack acts, they needed it.
They sound rather explosive.
They are. We've gained some words from Silent Striders and a few other travelers of their tales so far.
Any good?
Well, apparently they stopped a fracking site up north, which we appreciate.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
There's also rumors that they did some work with the Black Furies in Louisiana. How much is going on there, I don't know. The Black Furies are notoriously tight-lipped about these things, especially if it's in their territory.
It would behoove our sisters to be more forthwith with
if only
information.
But that is their way, it seems. But they are a local Get, and the sad truth is both have been hurt by pack members. Here we are. Thanks.
Thanks, Tim.
Tim gives a wave, smiles. Enjoy the sights! As he drives off. As you see the rising pillars of stone of a mix of brown and crimson, shaded by green or evergreens and white lifeless aspens with a slight bit of snow, even now in March.
How distasteful.
It happens. It'll all melt by tomorrow.
Oh, well, perhaps then it'll be a little more green.
It gets green rather quickly. The trees are budding late. Been an interesting winter.
Oh. You'll have to tell me more about it.
Just unseasonably long in some places. As she goes, hopefully you brought some boots. Can't take the four-legged, and she holds up 4 fingers. She goes, can't do that for a little while.
Oh, well, I am made for walking. My feet have seen better days.
Alright. She's going, we have several tales to tell to you two, and as I said, interesting times. I've even heard that there's a leech population growing in Denver.
Have the local Garou not gathered to
Leeches,
eliminate them?
leeches are pretty low on the totem pole of worm threats. They don't actively work towards the worm's goals most times. So, unless other threats are taken care of first, leeches can be left alone, and they're usually more trouble than they're worth.
And it seems as though your local problems are more important than leeches.
Yes. As you start crunching through the snow, most of it's partially melted. There's a big slop of slush underneath your foot. As you get to the open meeting place of the Sept, you see several wolves hidden from view as you are past where any of the trails go.
Mm-hmm.
You see an older man with a bit of gray in his hair, of Indian descent, going, "Ah, Arcadian Watcher, so these are your guests." As you step through, you feel a tingle across your skin, and you feel kind of a calm serenity pass through you as you enter the Cairn grounds.
I take a deep breath. It almost feels like home.
I'm sure. My name is Regender Final Days.
Sorcha, Onyx-Flame.
Nice to meet you. And you? And he goes, Ryan, Hidden Dancer. It's a pleasure. We're honored, Elder, that you allow us to enter your Sept. I've heard this Cairn was well hidden, and so you do us proud. Regender holds up his hand and goes, please. The formalities are kind, but I am no elder, and, well, we have business to attend to, actually. I'd like to speak to you, Hidden Dancer, if you don't mind. Your daughter can spend some time here if she wishes. Speak to some of the others.
Certainly. I can...
As they crunch off, as you hear him going, yes, fell, from what they said. No. And the last words you hear is, oh, actually, I blame myself a bit. If we could have kept them here, maybe I would have caught the signs.
So I just kind of glance over at Arcadian Watcher, and I say, spirals.
There's some. There's a hive somewhere up in the mountains. We've been trying to track it for a few months. They're near Cripple Creek, we think, and all the chemicals used for the mining operations there have allowed them to thrive. We thwarted one being built in Pueblo a few months, maybe even a year ago now.
So, is that close to here?
Pueblo's about an hour
Away?
We were actually going to get some patrols down there since there are no local Garou to take care of it.
Why not?
Dead.
Ah, I see. What a shame.
Yes, lost when a thunderworm released several spirals, and they slaughtered all of them and nearly all of their kin.
Are those things rare?
Thunderworms? Yes. Powerful, too, from what I've heard. But when we attacked and brought down that hive, that thunderworm had already moved on.
Any idea of where it's going?
No, unless you'd like to predict where Zizak goes.
Unfortunately, I can't really do that. I'm good, but not that good.
Mm-hmm. So, that is where we are at.
Right.
But it seems that we have that. You're planning on heading back to Ireland after this trip, yes? Or do you plan on looking over any other parts of the States?
Not really. It was mostly to see you, cousin.
Oh, well, I'm honored, actually. But I was curious. We're trying to build some alliances here. And we were wondering if you would be able to, if you knew any Septs along the way that would be open to hearing about our cause and our Sept.
Is there not a grand one in New York City?
Ah, yes, Sept of the Green. We've been trying to get someone out there, but we don't have any blood connections now. We can't really spare anyone. As Iron Howl, one of our own, fell to the worm.
Ah, so is that who they were talking about?
No.
Oh. Two.
No, two. Yes. The other one recent. Rajinder got a phone call last night about it.
Very recent.
Yes, yesterday.
That's terrible news.
Yes, and she has intricate knowledge of where this is, and we're not sure if Iron Howl gave that information up, or if he was just let loose after dancing the spiral.
Well, hopefully her pack will be able to track her down.
Perhaps. From what I understand, she went down worm tunnels,
Oh.
so she could be anywhere.
That is terrible news.
Yes.
This cairn sounds like it is in quite a bit of danger. With the veil falling?
Yes. So that's what the plan is now. Our plan is to run through and gain as many allies as possible, to draw them to us, so that the Sept can be defended. The Sept this cairn is a cairn of visions.
Ooh.
And, more importantly, this cairn is strategically located. It's near the center of the U.S. We can use that to our advantage, and use it as a way to help transport Garou across the nation quickly.
Well, what allies do you have now?
Not enough. We have the Sept of the Winterfang, which, from my understanding, our wayward pack will be heading to in a few nights, and be back here. Sept of Tower Falls, a little north of us. They're an excellent cairn. They also provide great distance. Their moon bridge can go over 3,000 miles, which is impressive. For one so small. It's not a large cairn by any means. There's the Sept of the Four Peoples over in Arizona. Sept of the Frozen Hills. They are on, I don't wish to make the pun, but frigid terms with us, given our two connections to get a Fenris Septs.
Are they black fairies? Are they black fairies?
No, they're a Wendigo Sept.
Wendigo.
The Sept of the Steel Mountain, which is up in Denver. The Sept of the Thunderclap, which is a Shadow Lord Sept with some Furies and Silence Riders sprinkled in down in Fort Worth, Texas. And our furthest ally, and one, if we can get a connection to New York, the better, the Sept of the Unified Heart up in Washington State. If we can convince the Sept of the Green to ally with us, then we have created a bridge network that can take a Garou from one end of the country to the other without having to use any Weaver items.
That is quite impressive. I imagine many of our other tribes would be interested in such a thing.
It would mean that this Sept would pass out of the Children of Gaia's hands, for sure, and likely become far more mixed. Well, that's good. It means we might be able to increase the number of Garou in this Sept permanently.
Oh.
And grow our numbers.
How many do you have?
19.
Quickly. How many does mine have?
We'll go with about 15, because it's a smaller Karen. This is a rank 4 Karen, and 20 is abysmally low. Or 19 is, yeah.
Numbers are quite low. They're almost comparable to my Sept.
It's that way all over the world.
True. And with 2 falling to the spiral, that's absolutely devastating.
Yes. So we need more Garou here.
Is there any way I could help?
If you wish to join, we would gladly welcome you.
Considering that I'm not quite from around here.
True, but it would give the Fianna a bit more voice in Sept politics, which is not a bad thing.
Right. And you said there were a few Fae?
A few in the area, yes. I can show you.
I would love that. I beg my father every chance I get to go see the Fae.
They're fickle. I'll talk with him, but as you continue talking, your father in Final Days return, as Final Days goes. So, it seems that our friends Fomori's Bane will be returning tomorrow night after a moot.
Fomori's Bane?
Yes.
I am not supposed to know that. So they're going to be returning after the moot?
Yes.
That...
Which is tomorrow, from my understanding. The Sept of the Five Mirrors, according to what Cora told me, has their moot every half moon of the month.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to join in the revelry.
Perfect. We will not have a moot. Our moots are held on the full moon. But it is appreciated all the same. Yes, Ryan, I know that look, but I am going to ask her. How much of the spirit paths do you know, typically? Like traveling in the spirit world, following spirit trails, moon paths, etc.
I've done it quite extensively.
If I were to task you with going with Fomori's on something, would you do it for us?
Well, considering that I have no knowledge of Fomori's Bane.
That's understandable. They're young, much like yourself, a bit younger, but they've traveled the world a bit more, I would suspect, now. Well, at least from what I've heard.
Europe is a small place, but...
And there's some hope to keeping the Sept safe, but not much.
Well, are you asking me to keep them on the enlightened path?
No, I'm asking you. There is something powerful in the Umbra. I spoke to it when I was a younger Garou, long ago. He meant me no harm, and I meant him none, and I learned a bit from him. He has powers beyond what any Garou has, and many would claim that he is Weaver-tainted, as you hear Hidden Dancer go, because he is. He tugs at the threads and bends the tapestry, be that as he may. He might be able to use their connection to silence her and rip the memory from her. Are you familiar with moon paths?
Like moon bridges? Oh, no, moon paths through the Umbra.
Yeah.
Yes.
He leaves something I would call star paths.
Star paths?
And if you can follow those, fairly easy to identify, I would ask that you follow them with this pack when they arrive.
That is quite a task.
Yes. Your father is not a fan of it.
Well, when are you a fan of anything I do?
As he just goes, you have served well, though I wish you would pick a permanent pack. But this is different. This is magi.
I wouldn't be opposed to learning more about the others. We have a connection to the Fae.
That's not what this is. The magi, mages, you have the power of stealth. Something that they may have lost with the loss of Pillar of Question. I need to make sure that you can get them back here without leading this maid to the Karen. Mages have been known to pull the spiritual energies of Karens for their odd experiments in magical powers.
Well...
So you'll need to get there and offer him something when they arrive.
Now, would he demand an actual something? Or does our auspice speak more to this? Nudge,
No.
nudge, Dad.
Hidden Dancer goes, no. But from everything that Final Days has told me, he would take something from you that is not physical. A memory. Or an emotional response to something. A joy.
A joy.
Or a hatred. That would likely be his price.
If we can keep this Fomori's Bane from suffering further, I would be willing.
Damned girl. But you're willful. And Stag knows that's what the nation needs. Don't go too native. Your Sept is run well enough, Final Days. From what I saw, you only have one mule. As you see, Reginder's eyes kind of burn slightly and goes, I would ask kindly that you don't refer to Stephen that way.
Is that the mule's name?
As he gives this deep sigh and growl.
Well, I will be certain not to compare him to any lower species while I'm here.
Well, then, I will see you in a few. Enjoy the set.
I shall. Thank you for
Avoid
welcoming me.
over there as he points over to the west. That is the heart of the Cairn, and you must be a Sept member to be allowed in.
I shall. respect your wishes.
And so, Onyx-Flame will return with our full episode later next week. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.